Hey yo, welcome back to the Slowpoke World. And Pokemon have just dropped a really cool trailer looking at some new set. So let's just have a look, and we're going to cut through the trailer, look at all the new cards and see what it could mean for us moving forward, yeah? Right, so if you haven't seen the trailer, first of all, I recommend watching it after this video, because I'm not going to actually play the trailer because you know what Nintendo and Pokemon are like with copyright and that. But so here's the first card we've got to look at, right? Now, it's worth noting, we already knew this before last night. Pokemon, they released this sort of press thing where it said we're going to get new single strike Pokemon and we're going to get some water strike Pokemon, okay? Sort of multi-strike, I should say. Similar to like how Team Plasma Pokemon and Pokemon with ancient traits used to be. They're just two ways of classifying certain cards, and they're going to have certain interactions with other cards. And we'll sort of see that moving forward. So just remember, we got single strike Pokemon like this Ember that we're looking at, and then we got multi-strike. Okay, so here's the first card we saw, Ember. Okay, in this trailer I should say, Ember with a Fighting Fury stance ability. Your single strike Pokemon's attacks do an extra 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Stage 2 Pokemon, 180 HP. Now, I'm not too hyped for this just because it's a stage 2, okay? If the format slows down after rotation, then maybe you can sort of build a deck where you try and get these out. Worth noting, though, that this ability doesn't mention anything about how you can only use once at a time. Similar to how the Incineroar does now. We have an Incineroar with this exact same ability, except it covers all your Pokemon, right? But that specifically says you can only use one of these abilities. If you get 2 of these out, you're actually doing a plus 60. That's pretty cool. But that's the only thing I can really say about this card, you know. If there's any sort of card that single strike card that, you know, is 30 off, big knockouts, you know, this is an option to have in the format for you single strike players out there when it comes around. But apart from that, not a lot really to say. So let's keep it moving. This Tyranitar like really made me sad because I love Tyranitar as a Pokemon. I've actually got a plush for him here. Don't want to like ruin everything here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've actually got a plush. I call this Terry the Tyranitar. And ever since, I'd say what the last good Tyranitar card was like what Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Tyranitar Prime. That's just before I started playing, and everyone has been rubbish since. Let's have a look at this one anyway. So basic Pokemon 230 HP single strike. So if you had that Ember in play, all the Tyranitar attacks would be doing extra 30, right? Got Cragalanche 3 for 60. Discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Okay, I mean, that's not really terribly impactful. 60 damage is ineligible. Discarding 2 also isn't really terribly great either. But then we got single strike Crush. For 4 energy, you do 240. That's a bit more manageable. And you discard the top 4 cards of your opponent's deck, okay? So, on face value, I wasn't too excited about this. I thought 240 damage, you know, 1 shot's all evolving Vs and 2 shots VMAX, like a lot of things in the format, right? But then I actually started thinking this could become the new attacker in a Hydreigon box deck, right? Because sometimes you use the Grimmsnarl V, because that does 200 and puts energies back into hand, right? Now this doesn't put energies back into hand, but it does do a little bit more, because 200 is an awful number to be hitting for. 240 is just enough to get all these Vs and stuff, right? And discarding 4 cards for your opponent's deck might actually add up, you know? So yeah, I actually think, you know, if you do like 3 single strike Crushes in a game, you got rid of 12 cards of your opponent's deck. Now, on face value, you might think, oh, okay, you know, a lot of decks can, you know, they can outpace this, right? But if you're playing with an extra 12 cards and discard pile that you may never see, you know, if you catch like 2 quick balls or you catch a lot of energies, your opponent might be in a tough spot. So initially, I was quite sad about the Tyranitar, but I've actually warmed to it a little bit. Let's keep it moving. Okay, there's an important frame here. It looks like this Hound Doom, right? Now, this makes more sense when we see the ability, but this Hound Doom has sort of picked up this sort of energy here out of the ground, and he's going to dash it. And it looks like he's going to throw it at an Urshifu or something, right? But let's have a look at the ability. So, this awesome artwork, by the way. Shout out Jack Holden, like Hound Doom. Single strike Hound Doom, stage 1 Pokemon, 130 HP with the attack single strike Roar. Once on your turn, you may search your deck for a single strike energy card. Attach it to one of your single strike Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. If you attach your energy to Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So this is like really cool acceleration. From deck acceleration is always better than from like hand or from discard, because you're always going to have energies in deck for the most part, right? So this also tells us that there's going to be single strike energy and multi-strike energy, really reminiscent to Team Aqua energy, Team Magma energy, and Team Plasma energies. So they're going to be special energies, so we know you can only have 4 of them. You know why I put 3 things up for them. So this is really cool. Worth noting that the little Team Plasma Pokemon from back in the day, some of them would have different effects on their attacks if they had plasma energies attached to them. Sort of like a Thunderous EX or a Plasma Lugia, for example, right? So we haven't actually seen any Pokemon that do different effects with their single strike energy or more energies attached. But it always is worth noting, this acceleration is bonkers. Again, it doesn't say you can only use one of these in your turn. So you can have 2 of these Hound Dooms out and you're effectively getting a +2 energies before you've even manually attached. So we don't know what this single strike energy does, if it gives you like any extra damage or if it's worth maybe 2 fightings like a Team Magma was. But this is a really cool card to have for single strike for sure. Really good acceleration. So then we move on to Urshifu's getting ready to topple Eternatus. So I think we see the evolving one first. This is actually really cool. Single strikes seem to be the better one so far in my opinion. Single strike Urshifu V, basic Pokemon 220 HP. With the attack laser focus, really like this. Search your deck for 2 fighting energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So if you're going second and you get this off, I put your opponent under a lot of pressure. If they don't immediately KO this Urshifu, you are going to VMAX it and then be able to do whatever you like. These attacks are always good to have. I'm a fan of 1 energy attack. And you got Impact below, 3 for 180. That's not very good. But remember, Ember stacks with this. You know, Hound Doom stacks with this as well, okay? Let's see the VMAX though, because Urshifu is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. So they've been able to get 2 cool cards or 4 cool cards in there. It's actually quite cool. So here's a single strike Urshifu VMAX, okay? 330 HP VMAX Pokemon, single strike obviously. 2 attacks, beat down, 3 for 100. I mean, if you want to just do a little poke, that's kind of cool for that. Then we got Gmax Womblow, really interesting name. For 270 damage, discard all energies from this Pokemon. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's Pokemon. So, again, Creatures Inc. Pokemon, whoever prints the damn cards, I know you clever clods are going to leave it in the comments if I get it wrong. They seem to be really scared of any attackers doing over 280 for some reason. I don't know why. But so this does 270 and can go through all effects, and you have to discard all energy. So, it does seem quite costly on face value. I wish it could do a little bit more damage, but we have got Ember, I guess, as well. But let's not forget, we have got Dojo in format, so we can start reaching big numbers. We've got Rose in format still as well, so that discarding all energy might not seem as costly as it may appear on face value. We've got Hound Doom to reattach energy. We've also got Bay, because Urshifu is a fighting type. So we've got a fair few options to power up this Urshifu. So, interesting. Going for all effects is also, it's never a bad thing. So let's keep it moving. I think we get onto the Water Strike ones now, and let's have a look at this. There's a frame for this Octillery, I feel, that's quite important. See if we can find the frame. I don't want to, oh, okay. Basically, there was a frame. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. I want to find the frame. There it is. So this Octillery has an ability that lets you search out a multi-strike card and put it into your hand. But look at this frame. It's got 2 fighting energies in 2 bubbles, so that makes me think that the multi-strike energy might provide 2 energy at the same time, right? Similar to the Team Aqua energy, that did the exact same thing, but that only lasted for a turn. Whether or not we think this multi energy is going to last for 1 turn, we don't know. But yeah, interesting for sure. And if the multi-strike energy does provide 2, that would make me think that the single strike one probably doesn't provide 2. It probably gives like a damage boost, like a strong energy, if I had to guess. Let's have a look at Octillery. If you sort of pair in the Octillery against the Hound Doom, I think the Hound Doom is better. Let's have a look. Stage 1 Pokemon, 110 HP, Rapid Strike. Rapid Strike Search. Once during your turn, you can search your deck for a Rapid Strike card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. You can't use more than 1 Rapid Strike ability search per turn. So, that's interesting. See how the Hound Doom didn't say that, Ember didn't say that, but this Octillery definitely does. Now, I wonder if there's a reason for that. Is there some sort of Rapid Strike cards or combinations that are really broken and, you know, they don't want you just being able to search them out? I'm not sure. But, I mean, it's an interesting consistency booster. If there's any good Rapid Strike Stage 2s, you can use this to sort of help get them out, or search your VMAXs, or even your energy, because we know there's going to be some Rapid Strike energy. You can't attach them like you could with Hound Doom, though. But Octillery lets you find them. Little consistency booster. Whether or not it'll see play, I'm not sure. Nice to have, though. So, let's have a look. Then we got the Rapid Strike Urshifu. This one's probably not as good as the other one in my opinion. Basic Pokemon, 220 HP, 2 attack, strafe, 1 for 30. You may switch this Pokemon for one of your bench Pokemon. I'm always a fan of 1 energy attacks, and this is quite good. Gets you out of the firing line, I guess. If you've led them, you can sort of promote a 1 prize or $1 or something. Probably not good enough to be its own strafe deck, but nice to have. And then you've got 100 Furious Blows, 3 for 150. That's a bit so-so. Now this next card actually like got me a bit angry when I saw it, because it had such potential and they dashed it away. So let's have a look. Emporion V, 210 HP, Rapid Strike Pokemon with the ability Emporize. As long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, your opponent's basic Pokemon have no abilities. So I read that, I was like, oh boy, here we go. No Dedenne, no Crobat, no Eldegoss, so you know ADP can't just be like, lol Dedenne, lol Crobat, lol Eldegoss, there's the boss, da 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 da. I was excited, okay? But then I kept on reading, I thought there was some more text, I thought, oh, okay, here we go. Except Pokemon with a rule box. And I, well, what's a rule box? Pokemon V, Pokemon GX have rule boxes. So I'm thinking, what are these problematic abilities that we're turning off here, Pokemon Creatures Inc? You know, what's going on? What are we turning off? Well, I'll tell you what we're turning off. We're turning off Amazing Rare Jirachi, Stellar Wish Jirachi, Mewtwo Mind Report, Oranguru, and I'm thinking, is this really what we want to be targeting? This is the insane, you know, powerful abilities that you want to be turning off? You know, the one prize consistency boosters, and it's stuff like this that just really annoys me, because they just really want you to not play any deck that's not worth a minimum 2 prizes with your attackers, right? They just outright, they haven't said it, but there's cards like this that make you go down that way. I mean, I'm not thinking this Emporion going to see play because the attack isn't very good, you know. 3 for 130, that's not very good. But if this would have been so cool if it was the other way around, right? Your opponent's basic no V, or you know, Pokemon in play V, GX, basics have no abilities. That'd be cool. Turn off the Dene, turn off Crobat, turn off Eldegoss. That's cool. But no, Stellar Wish Jirachi and Amazing Rare Jirachi, you know, they're the problem. Let's turn them off, right? Oh, really annoyed me. Tell you what, these Rapid Strike Pokemon, they're not as good. Then we got this Mine Shell, see if we can get a better frame. Mine Shell, stage 1 Pokemon, 90 HP. 1 attack, or 2 attacks, 1 for 20 does pound. And then you've got Spinning Whip, 2 for 90. Your opponent's active Pokemon is confused and shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it back into your deck. Now, I'm imagining cards like this as well make me think that the Rapid Strike energy is going to provide 2 fighting energy, right? Because this is like a on paper really good hit and run deck like Greedent, okay? But it's not going to work very good if because it attacks for 2. You can go down Karate Belt route and attach 1, spin back, but then as soon as you go ahead on prizes, you can't do that. So this, in combination with the auxiliary frame, really makes me think that that Rapid Strike energy is going to provide 2 fighting energies. Maybe only for 1 turn like Team Aqua, but yeah, because this could be quite a nice little, you know, with Dojo. Nice little hit and run deck for sure. Okay, then we've got Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Now, I do actually think this VMAX is better than the single strike one. 330 HP Pokemon with 2 attacks. 2 pretty good ones as well. Gale Frost. If this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you do an extra 120 damage. You do 150 in total, 120 plus 30. Really reminiscent of First Impression. And Thunderous Assault from Zapdos. And then Assault Gate from Hooper as well. Pretty cool attack, you know. Really efficient. Outside that, it's not really doing a lot, just setting up 2 shots, I guess, or setting up some big multi-prize turns with this next attack. G-Max Rapid Flow for 3 energy, 2 fight and 1 colorless. Discard all energy from this Pokemon, so that's a bit of a trend from both of the VMAX, isn't it? This attack does 120 to 2 of your opponent's bench, 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, I should say. So a bit like Amazing Rare Raikou, except Raikou has to hit the active and then 1 bench Pokemon. With this, it's a bit like Reshiram and Zekrom tag team. You can just pick 2 Pokemon, so it can be double bench. And in combination with Gale Frost, you can actually start doing some bonkers, like, you know, taking multiple prizes. Again, it's a fighting type, so we've still got Bay to get those energies back. We've got the energies as well. And we've got Rose still. So there's a lot of ways to fuel both these Urshifu VMAXs. Don't get it twisted. The energy cost and discarding isn't that much of a problem, I promise you. But apart from that, it's hard to say which one's better. I'm leaning more towards Rapid Strike, but then Single Strike, you know, that's quite strong. G-Max Rapid Flow is a really cool attack, though. I feel as if Rapid Strike Urshifu could like have a higher skill ceiling to it. Might be the better deck, because there's this sort of really funky stuff you can do. Because don't forget, you've got Telescopic Sighting format as well, so you can do 150. You know, in combination with a Goon, you can actually like do 160, just carry Dene straight away in 1 turn. Bye bye. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know what you think. I think that's the end, right? So yeah, so we just got there's a pretty cool frame of both of them. Then we got Rapid Strike, Single Strike, and then March 19th. I think this was the first announcement for this set, right? Battle Styles. Now, I really like Urshifu, so I'm quite excited for this. But let me know what you think. Are you excited? Do you think this is all a bit of a gimmick? Or do you feel as if this could actually be some high-tier competitive stuff? If you like what you see, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Okay, pal. Plenty Vivid Voltage deck profile. I do a lot of future format stuff as well. So by the time we get more scans of this, I'll be able to, you know, print off some proxies and get some gameplay going and all that good stuff. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.